Okay, world is deeply looking into Israel and Gaza Strip confrontation, and Israel is involved into it, and out of the way, America is involved into it. America, if someone crossing America, he will reach Europe, and if someone cross the Europe, he will reach Asia. What America has to do in Asia? Okay, American government, what is their right to make Gaza people to starve? Gaza people, Gaza children are dying. Gaza Strip children are dying because of America. What America has to do there? America is dropping bomb on Iran, claiming Iran is in non-nuclear nuclear proliferation, and Iran cannot have atom bomb. This is called hegemony of United States. Whatever it wants, it will do. Okay, Israel can keep the atomic bomb, but Iran cannot keep the atomic bomb. Israeli people can eat food, but Gaza Strip people cannot eat food. This is called forced starvation. American people, American government, not people. American people are very good. American government. I personally know American people. I have visited America. American people are very good. Not good, very, very good. Okay, but what is the selfness of the American government, Donald Trump, to make the Gaza Strip people starve like this? What is the history of Palestinian people and Israeli people? Who are Palestinian people and who are Israeli people? Okay, now in the Middle East, people generally known as Islamic people, Muslim people, and they are in many tribes. Iraqi people, they are from the Iraqi origin. Kurd people, they are from the Kurdish origin, that is different. Turkish people, they are from the Turkish origin. Syrian people, they are from the Syrian origin. Like that, the Jordan people, they are from the Jordanish or Jordan origin. Their origin is different. Palestinian people, their origin is Palestinian, that is different. Saudi Arabian people, their origin is different. Yemeni people, their origin is different. Oman people, like that. As per their origin, there are many countries in Middle East. Egyptian people, they are different from their origin. More or less, they are called Misr origin. Is Misr is a race, is a different race at all, and they are from that origin. Lebanon people from different origin. Like that, there is the origin of people called Jews people. Their origin is different altogether, and their main town is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the town. Right now, it is in West Bank, I believe, or on the border of Israel and West Bank. There is a town called Jerusalem. So around the Jerusalem town, there used to be a tribe, a race that was called Jews race. So Jews people, they used to live there historically. Okay, now during the Jesus Christ time, means first 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 C or AD, Actio Domini, or CE means common era. First CE around, there is a first CE around, first CE to the Muhammad time, when Muhammad came into the picture, and he brings the very pious Islamic religion. By then, there was a Roman, people they don't know that there was a Roman Empire around the Middle East. Roman Empire means top of the Africa, means Morocco, Algeria, Libya, and then Egypt, and then this side that will pass through Gaza Strip or Palestine right now, Lebanon, Syria, and Turkey, and then it will go to the Rome, Italy. For round, if this is Mediterranean Sea, this is Mediterranean Sea, all around the Mediterranean Sea, north of the Africa, west of the Asia or Middle East, and north of the and south of the Europe. This full round was Roman Empire. Okay, somehow the Jewish people, they did not like Roman Empire. There is a clash between Jewish people and Roman Empire, and it started more or less first CE, common era. Then the clash between Roman Empire military and Jews military, it started happening since then only. and they continuously they started losing the war. Means Roman Empire they defeated the Jews Empire. Jews was an empire, and Jewish people they were concentrated around the Jerusalem, but they were found in Iraq, they were found in Libya, they were found in Egypt. Those places also Jewish people were there. I am talking about Jesus Christ time. Okay, now in Romanian, no, after Jesus Christ, this Roman Empire, there is a clash between Roman Empire and Jewish people. Okay, in that clash became continuous. Every time clash used to happen. And finally, the way Jewish people repeatedly they were losing the war against the Roman Empire, and the Roman Empire controlled the Jewish Empire. After defeating continuously, repeatedly, they controlled the Jewish Empire around first C around, and then finally they controlled the Jerusalem town, and they controlled Jerusalem town in a fashion that they obstructed. They did not let Israeli people and Jewish people enter into Jerusalem. That much they started doing. Means this is called persecution. They started persecuting the Jewish people. So against this persecution, Jewish people had only one alternative to leave the the kind of Jerusalem area. I would say Jerusalem area. So Jerusalem area where the high concentration of Jewish people were there. This is called Jewish diaspora. More or less, it started happening during the first C and around 1200 era. Again, the Romanian Empire they defeated whatever Jews were there. They defeated them again. Means Roman Empire. Rome is in Italy. Roman Empire they were behind the Jewish people only somehow. Means this is very bad, but they were behind the Jewish people. What can be the reason? There can be many religious reasons also. Whatever it is, I'm not going depth into it. People understand it. So whatever it is, now they were kept on attacking Jewish people to 1200 CE. Finally, Miss Jewish people from the first C only they started, Jewish diaspora started. And by 1200, more or less people had left the Jerusalem area, more or less, all people. Very few people, they stayed in that area. Otherwise, from the Libya and Egypt and the other places, people left. Okay, Jewish people they now they formed two groups when diaspora of the Jewish people happened. One group of people they went and settled in the Spain area. Spain is a country southwest of Europe. There is a country called Spain. And one set of diaspora it happened and people settled in eastern part of the Europe like Romania. These are country called eastern part of the Europe, Romania, and then if it goes north, then Ukraine and western part of Russia. This is the one part where the Jewish people concentrated, and one part went to Spain, and they lived there for 800, 900 years. Okay, in the 19th century, now people started seeing the problem in the Jews wherever they were living in the Europe, wherever they were living in the Europe, there was a persecution. Okay, means local people, local government in the Europe, they started discarding Jewish people. They did not like Jewish people. They were living for very long, and they did not mix with them. Means they maintained different entity as Jewish people. They were staying in Europe, that is true, but their entity was different. They did not mix with the Spanish people or German people or Ukrainian people, Russian people, Romanian people. In that fashion, the king of those places in 19th century itself, they started kicking out these people in very bad way. I mean, they did not like Jewish people, and they started kind of creating trouble to them. Now, Jewish people, they so till 19th century, all Jewish people they were living mostly in the Eastern Europe, somewhere, some in the Spain. Now they started moving here and there. They started going to United Kingdom, and many people they went to America, North America. So Jews from the Europe they started going to North America. Okay, that is the one go. Second go is that Jewish people they started looking for their homeland again. So two reasons Jewish people from the Eastern Europe they started moving. because of the persecution, because of the trouble from the local king out there. One group started moving toward United States of America that were more or less empty land. And one group of people, they started heading back to Palestine, but that was their homeland. So these two these two movements started. One is coming back to homeland, and one is going to the United States. In the 20th century, more or less the Jew people, either they were in Israel because they were in Palestine because they started coming back to Palestine because the trouble in the Europe, or they started going to the United States. Anyway, World War starting, First World War, Second World War. In these World War, the Jewish people, they helped the United Kingdom. Okay, in Second World War, these Jewish people, they held United Kingdom again. United Kingdom and its parties like United States or whatever it is. Okay, not the Axis forces, other forces. So when they were helping United Kingdom, their greed was, or their intention was, this United Kingdom would help them to settle down in Israel. That was the idea. Okay, that's why there. So in that fashion, that furiated. Okay, that created anger hit to the Hitler. Hitler saw that Jew people who were also staying in large number in Germany, they were internally, they were helping the other forces, not the Axis forces. Okay, in that fashion, the Holocaust, it is called Holocaust, slaughtering of the Jewish people or mass killing of the Jewish people, genocide of the Jewish people started in the Europe, in the Germany, Nazi people. And they killed 2 million Jewish people out there during Second World War. 2 million. Okay, in that fashion, it became completely clear that Jewish people, they cannot live worldwide. No, they have to go back to the Palestine and live there the way they were living earlier. Jew people were there in Palestine already, but very few in number. Mostly they were in the Europe and United States by then, by Second World War. Okay, so the way they helped United Kingdom in reply, okay, they were indebted with the help from the Jewish people. They won the Second World War. Now they plan to make the Jew people settle down in the Palestine. Now there is a war called Israel-Arab War, Israel or Britain-Arab War, whatever it can be known as. And in that war, they defeated the Arabian people out there, and finally they established a town there called Tel Aviv. And 1948, after defeating the Arabian people out there, they established a country called Israel, where the Palestinian people, they fled two sides. If this is the region of the Palestine and they occupied the central region, then the Palestinian people, they fled two sides. One side, that is eastern side or west of Jordan bank, that region became west, that region become, you can say, east East Palestine or bank of the river, west bank of Jordan river. Means, or people fled west side, east side become west bank, and people fled west side, that became Gaza Strip. So two region people fled, Palestinian people, and central part, bigger part, was taken by the Israeli people with the help of United Kingdom. Since then, United Kingdom and America, they are helping the Israeli people out there, because the people outside there, Palestinian people or Arabian people, they consider them as a foreigner. They came from Europe. They don't consider that these are the actual resident of Palestine only. So they should live together rather than fighting. Since then, problem started in the Gaza, in the Palestinian region. New country came into the picture called Israel, more or less Jew settlement. After that, many Jews, they headed to the Israel, considering their homeland. In 1967, again there is a war that happened, and in that 6 days war or something like that. During that war, Israel controlled West Bank also and Gaza Strip also. More or less, Israel, full Palestinian people living in West Bank or Palestinian people living in Gaza Strip, though they were independent from 1948 to 1967. Now they came under control of Israel again. Now it became full Israel. So under Israel only West Bank comes, under Israel only Gaza Strip comes. Whenever there is any problem happens in Gaza, West Bank is more or less silent only. When there is any problem happens in Gaza Strip, Israel, Israel or America, whatever it is, they start dropping bomb out there so that the problem should not start again. And America is supporting heavily Israel in the military fashion, in the monetary fashion. Okay, so the problem that is happening in Gaza Strip, that stopping the humanitarian aid in Gaza Strip, that is one of the things that is triggering Israel to or America to create the problem is to make the people weaken out there. If people are weak, then probably they will leave Gaza Strip at all, and that in that sense, Israel will have full capture on the Gaza Strip. Only Israeli people would leave. Same way, then they will try to push the Palestinian from out of the West Bank also. That is the idea. So that there won't be any resistance as far as Palestinian people is concerned, whatever it is. If Israeli people are doing like this, or American people are American, if I'm sorry, repeating again. I don't know about the Israeli people. American people are very good. That is for sure. If American government is doing like this, then Palestinian people, they did not do like this. That is another thing. If Israeli people left, Jewish people left Israel during first C to 12th C, it is because of the Roman Empire, their atrocities on the Jewish people, not the Palestinian people. Palestinian people, they never chased Jewish people out of the place, never. It's not that Palestinian people, they chased them out and then finally they are chasing them out. They went because of the Roman Empire, not because of Palestine. Palestinian people are very innocent people. Anyway, I have something in writing that I'll read it through. Okay, so this is Jew-Palestine, the conflict that is going on now, because Palestinian people, they were living there, and from somewhere these Jewish people, they came there. Anyway, 1770 C, 70 C, when the Roman Empire, they controlled the Israel. Okay, they seized the Jerusalem. Roman Empire 70 C, they seized the Jerusalem time area, and they banned Jewish people to enter the Jerusalem only. This is called Second Temple period. Temple means Jewish people who were worshipping the temple in the Jerusalem. So they more or less that Second Temple period, they were banned to enter their temple. Anyway, now this is a kind of around first C. This is the story of first C. At that time, Jewish people, they were living in Judea. Judea is Jerusalem, Syria, and Babylon. Babylon is present day Iraq. So there also Jewish people were living. Large number of Jewish people were also living at that time in the Egypt that came under the Roman Empire. Egypt, and then Crete and Cyrenaica. Crete and Cyrenaica at that time. Now it is called Libya, that place, and Rome itself. Rome in Italy, in that region also Jewish people were living. In addition to whatever right now, in right now Iraq and Judea, Judea is Jerusalem area, and Syria. So means Israel, Jewish people were there since the beginning only. That is the story of the Jewish people. They started getting defeat from the Roman Empire, and Roman Empire, they controlled their temple in the Jerusalem. This is called Second Temple period. And with the repeated atrocity on the Jewish people have started leaving the place called Jew diaspora. And Jewish people from the first C itself till the 1200 C, Jewish people, they left the area. By 1200 C, Jewish people more or less, they had left all this area, and they went to settle in the Europe. There are two sections in the Jews. They in diaspora. One section is called Ashkenazi. Ashkenazi section, Ashkenazi Jews, they settled in the Rome Empire and the east of the Europe. And second section called Sephardic, Sephardic Jews, and they coalesced in the Iberian Peninsula. Iberian Peninsula means Spain and Portuguese. That peninsula, they settled in two two groups they settled. That is their history. Anyway, okay, now I gave the story during the 19th century. The Jews in the Europe primarily where they had settled, they started seeing resistance from the local king or whoever soever. Then they started fleeing to the America, North America, where they were safe, and they started coming to the Jews' land, that is Palestine, from the 19th century only, when the persecution started. Anyway, the Jewish people who were living in the Jerusalem area or the Palestine area since the beginning, they did not leave the place. Their number was very less, probably 1,000 or 2,000 in number only. They were called Ichub people. Ichub people. Ishu people or Ichub people. Yichub. Ishu people. Ichu people or Ishu people. So when the new people from the Europe they started migrating into Israel in the 19th century due to the persecution from the king out there, they were new issue people, and who were living there they were old issue people. Now they came together and it called issue people. Anyway, in the 19th century, that is 19th century, that is a period that is called 1897. There is an organization that was formed in Europe called Zionist organization. Zionist means Jewish people organization that was formed in 1897, and their main job was to the safety of the Jewish people in the Europe. Anyway, there is another story that is going on. Okay, that is called 1917 era. 1917 era. When the British government in 1970 Balfour Declaration, there is a Balfour place would be there called Balfour Declaration. 1917 Balfour Declaration, which the British government expressed support for the establishment of national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, and further it fueled the Jewish. Okay, so when Jewish people were leaving the Europe in 19th century and they are coming to the Palestine and going to the United States. Okay, there are two phases when these people came to the Palestine. These phases are called Aliyah period. So first Aliyah period was 1881 to 1903. That is known as first Aliyah period, when the people from the Europe they came to Palestine. Second Aliyah period started 1904 to 1914. In that Aliyah period also lot of Israeli people, means Jewish people, they came to Palestine. 1970, then British government they first passed a declaration, Balfour Declaration, where officially they declared that there is a need for the separate country where the Jewish people spread in the Europe and they are getting persecuted, they are getting troubled. Okay, those people can be settled down there. They can live a peaceful life. That is called Balfour Declaration 1917. That was a declaration from the British government. Under that declaration, only 1948, 1948 after Second World War, where Jewish people they helped the United Kingdom to win the World War II. Now there is a Arab-Israel war or Arab-Israel war. It happened in 1948, primarily with the help of United Kingdom and United States. And then they won the war, and there is a big reason they founded the Tel Aviv. Okay, they founded Tel Aviv, I believe, when they founded Tel Aviv. Okay, during 1904 and 1914, second Aliyah, at that time only they had founded Tel Aviv. Anyway, now 1948, when Britishers decided that there will be a separate country, anyway, from the late 19th century only, with the period of Aliyah, two phases of Aliyah. People started coming to the Palestine 1948. Now, United Kingdom, it declared that there will be a separate country at all. They will not be part of Palestine. And there is a war happened, and Israel was formed there, and Palestinian people they fled in two directions. One direction is present West Palestine, West Bank, and one is the Gaza Strip. 1967 again war happened between Israel and Palestine, and then Israel controlled the full Palestine. Now, full Palestine nowadays it is called Israel only. It includes Gaza Strip and it includes the West Bank. I won't say that Israeli people, Jewish people, are illegally staying there. They are from there only. So it is bad that the Gaza Strip Hamas fighter, if they are dropping missile on Israel and killing Israeli people, that is completely wrong. They are from that place only. If they have come there after 2 millennia, 2000 year or 1000 year, this is not their fault. Instead, these people they should have helped them. Anyway, the problem is very high now. American government and Israeli government, they are helping Israeli military to make the people starve in the Gaza Strip, so that they will leave the region and Palestinian and Israeli people would live there peacefully. This can never happen. How someone will leave their land when Israeli people can return after 2000 years? Then people who are living there, all of a sudden, how they will live like that? Okay, not possible. They will come back only if they leave also. What is the permanent solution? Involve India, because it falls in Indian subcontinent. Involve India in all the peace treaty, first thing. Second thing is they have to live together. That is the only solution. If first C or up to 12th C, if Palestinian and Jewish people, they were living together and they never fought, they were living peacefully, then why can't they live peacefully now also? Is it? It is possible, and it is especially possible with the help of India. This is what I think.